village and play a song. So that's what he did. He said he didn't have to have any skills. He didn't have to know how to do it. He didn't have to have lessons. Just do what your heart tells you to do. So that young boy picked that flute up and stood outside that young girl's house and played something like this. That door opened up, that young girl came out and took his hand, and the story ends, just like many others do. Any guesses? They lived happily ever after. That's right. Thank you so much. This next dance my sister is going to do is called a jingle dress dance, or a medicine dance, or a healing dance. And this dance comes from the Ojibwe people, the people of Michigan and Wisconsin and Canada. And this dance came about because there was a young girl whose village was very sick. And her father was the chief of that village. And this weighed very heavily on his heart. Sometimes, you know, when we think about things too much, we worry, or maybe we at nighttime go to bed and we dream about what we're thinking about, right? Because we're so engulfed in that. So in this story, that's what they said happened, that he had a dream, or some say he had a vision come to him and tell him he was to take his tobacco lids that they used for prayer, and he was to say a blessing over them, and he was to turn it to the shape of a cone. And each night he was to do that and sew it to the dress of his daughter, this medicine, this tobacco we use for medicine. And after 365 days, he said to go ahead and let his daughter wear that dress and have his daughter do the dance for his people. So in this story, that's what they say happened. And in fact, these people still exist to this day. As you know, a lot of diseases, even simple diseases like influenza, wiped out a lot of tribes back then. But this tribe still exists, this Ojibwe people, commonly known as the Chippewa. So this is the medicine dance, or the healing dance of the Ojibwe people. Noticed there was some music playing. I'm like, we gotta get this turned off. And so I had to call security real quick. Yeah. This is Wild Horse Singers. Wild Horse, play any song you'd like. how many scholarships did you give out? 17 scholarships this year for college. Everybody doing that? So this last dance I'm going to perform for you comes also from the Ojibwe people, the Chippewa. The same people that started the jingle dress dance. It said that this dance came from them. And of course, as you noticed about everything that I do, I have a story that goes along with that. Thank you so much. And in this story, this young girl was going through a period of mourning, meaning someone passed away in her family. And commonly in our culture, we do different things. It's up to us, but a lot of people will stop going to powwows. They'll stop dancing. A lot of Native people will cut their hair off to show that they're in mourning. They'll stop singing. Where in your culture, some people do similar things and may not go out. Back in a long time ago, people used to not even go out of the house, and they wore black for an entire year, not just for the funeral. And our people, even some tribes, are known to cut the very tip of their finger off to show that they've lost a piece of themselves. But it's up to you as a person what you choose to do for your mourning. It's very personal. And this young girl, she wanted to do something different when she was finished with her mourning. And she just didn't know what she wanted to do. So she began to think about that one day as she went for a walk in the woods. And soon out of the corner of her eye, something caught her attention. And as she watched this little thing shake, she noticed that it was a butterfly cocoon or a chrysalis. And she watched that cocoon shake, and soon it broke open. And on one side came out a beautiful, brightly colored butterfly wing. And as she watched it a little bit more, soon out of the other side, same thing. Beautiful, brightly colored butterfly wing. And it began to shake more and shake, and soon that cocoon, that chrysalis, fell off its body. And she watched that butterfly come out of that cocoon, and she watched it float. It looked like it was dancing on the air. It looked like it was so happy to be out of that state. And just then she understood that correlation between her and that butterfly. That butterfly was going through a transformation from maybe drab to beautiful. A complete different creature, from a ugly, wormy looking thing to a beautiful butterfly. And that's what she felt she was going through, like some transformation. So she got an idea to go back to her village and to make a beautiful, brightly colored dress that represented the body of the butterfly. And she'd make a shawl that represented the wings of that butterfly. And she did that. She went back and she did this dance for her people. So this is known as the Ojibwe butterfly dance, but also known as the fancy shawl dance. Me a little bit. Let's give her a round of applause. Introduce yourself, Cynthia, in sign language. Her name is Cynthia Davis, and she's Cherokee. And she's also deaf. Okay? Oh, hard of hearing. Hard of hearing. So thank you everyone for coming out. I'm going to be having some crafts over here that I make, my sister makes. We also have Hopi Hoop dancers from Arizona down at the other end. They're going to be singing, dancing, and doing flute music. We also have some information booths. We have Changing Spirits Drum down at the other end. They're also that nonprofit recovery home for Native American people. We have Wild Horse. They have a booth down here as well. They have t-shirts and some art that they make. And make sure, like I said, that you visit all these stores in here. Make sure that you patronize them so that we can continue to get invited back. So thank you so much. In a few minutes, we're going to have a Native American band here. So thank you.